Hi and welcome to Mizotarot's Tarot Meetings, and today we're going to talk about the Lovers. When this card comes up in a reading, it can be about lovers, but most of the time it's about choice. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, first off, what it can mean if your client or yourself is single, looking for love, in the upright position. It means that someone could be coming into your life for business. It could be that you're going to gain a good business partner. It can also mean that just relationships are going pretty good. But if you look at this card, it's kind of dark and I always look at it with a sense of hesitation. There's always, you have to, in this card, you really have to meld your mind and your heart, your logic and your emotions on an even keel when this card comes up. Because it's always, sometimes we meet somebody and then you're in the honeymoon phase and you think, oh, they're such a perfect lover, but the moon is in the background there with saying use your intuition. Now, when it comes up reversed, it can mean that you're going to break up with your lover. It can mean that times are not going so good with your lover. It can mean business partnerships are breaking down, lack of communication, emotions are getting in the way, you're not thinking clearly, all of those things, because the sword represents our logic and intelligence and our thought process. There's also the two trees in the background there, and one has some growth going on it and one's kind of up in flames, right? So it's the passion against growth, and it's about all of those things that we need to balance. Because if you notice, there's two trees, there's two people, and then there in between there's the sword. So be careful, beware of the double-edged sword. There's always relationship issues. No matter how good your relationship is, sometimes your partner drives you crazy, and that's just the way it is. Now, what I want to say is, usually speaking, I feel that this card is more along the lines of making a decision or choice. It's a decision factor. So when I see this card, I really tune into my own intuition to find out whether or not this is about a lover or not. And generally speaking, it's usually a choice or a decision to be made about your partner in business or life, love, etc. And here's the thing. We know intuitively what to do in this situation, but usually when this card comes up, the person isn't ready to make that choice yet, and they just need that little confirmation from above. Yeah, and sometimes when it's in the middle of, when it comes up in the middle of a breakup in reverse, the person that's receiving this card is often feeling like they're making a bad choice or a bad decision, and usually it means they're making a bad choice to stay in the relationship. So and the hard part is about this card, and I find it a kind of tough card, is that when we start getting our emotions involved and we're in the middle of romantic relationships or even business relationships, because that affects our money, we're always second guessing ourselves. What this card truly, truly says is you are the master of your own domain, your own environment, your own body, and you get to choose who comes into your life as partners in business, as a partner in life, or as a lover. And you deserve to be treated with respect, love, and kindness in all fashions of life. So, this is your time to decide how you want your relationships to be. And the only person that can do that is yourself. So when this card comes up, it's a little bit of a tough time, and that's what the Major Arcana does. It points out a time in our lives. It's not a quick moment like the Minor Arcana can be really quick. These tend to last for a little while. This is coming up in probably in a decision-making process where things have taken a while to get to the point where they're at, and even I want to say it's that time when you're deciding whether or not to stay or leave. Is it really worth it? So it is a tough card, and it lasts for a while. And I guess that's all I'm going to say about this today. And I hope you enjoyed that. And I will talk to you next week with the Chariot. Okay, talk to you later. Have a great week.